Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So I'm back at ACC. Today we are doing a random lobby Monza race. So for this race I qualified at third, could have qualified at second. I think my qualification time was something around 151. Didn't have a very good run because of the traffic, and I crashed once, so I finished at third. So this was a crazy race. Had a horrible start. It's Monza, so this is bound to happen. It is always gonna happen, to be honest. It's very rare that I have a very clean start over here. So anyways guys, let's get started. We're gonna stay in the double file over here right behind this Jaguar and see how it goes throughout the race. Trust me guys, this was a very good race. I had a lot of fun. It was really epic. So let's see how the start goes. Trying to warm up my tires, my brakes, so that we could have a good braking at the first corner in this lap, and let's see what goes. This is a very exciting race. You guys will like it. And if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and like. I've been not posting a lot of videos just because of work. I'm super busy and I hardly get any time. So this is my first race in 2 months. But I really do want to do it. But let's see what the time brings. So here we start our race right behind the GTR. In front of us we have a Jaguar. And Jaguar is a really good car over here on this track. So as we are coming to the braking point, we will brake right at 150 mark, coming really close to the Jaguar over here and almost getting into the back, and we get spun over here. As you can see, horrible start, and we are in the dead last over here. So as you can see that this Ferrari will be getting spun and we're gonna bump into it a little bit, and because of that I had a little bit of damage on the front side. I think around 5 seconds of worth of damage. So now at this point, this race is all about gaining all the positions that I've lost, and looking at where we will finish or whether we can get another podium. So as we come to the second chicane, we do not see anyone spinning out, which is pretty clean except for that Porsche. Bad luck for you, my mate. So let's see how it goes ahead. Very slow. People are being very cautious over here. This Bentley is super cautious. I had to go into the inside of it, and they're gonna brake really hard, and I'm gonna gain 2 positions right there. And there goes one more McLaren, one more for the free position. I mean, chaos. So now we're gonna coming to this turn ahead of us. I'm gonna go into the inside of it right next to the Lambo. I don't know why he did not defend, but we managed to gain another position pretty easily over here. Trying to keep it safe at this point. My tires are cold, my brakes are cold, so I'm not pushing the car really fast, hard on this one lap, and hopefully eventually we will try to push this car as hard as possible to gain all the position that I've lost, and it's gonna be exciting. We're gonna have some great moments coming. This is not a very long race. It's only a 20-minute race, so 20-minute races are usually full of action and nuisance and chaos. So because of that fact, everyone becomes a victim of these kind of incidents. Coming to the first chicane, very nicely, everyone braked nice. This BMW goes wide and we gain 1 more position. I gave him ample space over there so that he doesn't bang into us and spin us, and he could come onto the track safely. That Porsche just couldn't miss its braking point, and he goes off the track, and being a gentleman, he stopped his car over there and didn't try to come onto the track aggressively and taking out a bunch of races in front of us. That was a good sportsmanship over there. Now we are right behind these 3 cars, 2 Audis, and I do not know which one is the third car from our position, but let's see what happens ahead of us. The Audi is going into the inside of the BMW, but he managed to keep his position and nothing crazy happened. That was a good move, but he couldn't stick to it. Oh man, we saw that happening. I and the Audi ahead saw that BMW going into the barrier over there. We braked very early, and Audi going wide over there gave me a full room open for the position, and I took advantage of it and came right inside of it, and I gained one more position right over there. So I hope we should be in top 10 at this point. On this point, the Audi is on our left, trying to defend myself. This position, braking right at the mark, keeping it nice and smooth, giving Audi enough room. He backs out, and I keep the position. Now the car ahead is far away. Now I'm trying to push as hard as possible to get as close as possible, as fast as possible, so that we could make some positions. And let's see how long it takes us to get the position ahead. In this race, I was pushing so hard that lap after lap after lap, I was getting my personal best. My fastest was 150.2. I could have managed to do 149.8, but I messed up a little bit in the second chicane. But I think in the right circumstances, I am definitely capable of doing 149.8 at least, because that's what I saw on the relative. And hopefully someday I will be able to make that lap and, you know, be happy about it. Because at this point I'm doing 150.2. I do not know if that's a great lap, but for me it is a really good lap. And I'm pretty happy that I could manage to bring that numbers home. Throughout the race, the car was a little slippery on the fast corners. And given the fact that I do not own a direct drive wheel of any sort, not even a CSLDD, I race with the Logitech G29. I'm pretty much adjusted or adapted to know what the car is doing without any force feedback. I hardly get any force feedback from this wheel, literally nothing, and I can easily observe that my car is sliding and make corrections according to it. So you'll see a lot of instances where my car is losing a little bit of control and I'm correcting it, and that is through a Logitech G29 with no force feedback, literally nothing. I really wonder what can I achieve if I could get a CSLDD in the future. I'm sure I can manage to do very good lap times with all that crazy information that I could receive from the CSLDD. It took us less than a lap to come right behind this BMW in front of us. He's not gonna defend, so I'm gonna go for the attack very nicely. Gave him enough space, didn't push him out. Even though it was a little aggressive, we still managed to stick it, and I was able to take that position back from him. Now, if I didn't mention, we are driving a BMW M4 GT3 over here. I love this car. This is my primary car at this point. I'm more of a front engine car. I like to drive cars with front engine rather than in the back. It just makes me more comfortable having a lot of weight on the front. It's just it is good for my driving style over here. So usually you will see me driving cars with front engine, mostly like sedans like Lexus, Bentley, BMW. What else is there? So yeah, these kind of cars I usually like to drive, and for the moment my two favorite cars are Bentley and the BMW M4 GT3, sorry. Now we gained one more position from the BMW, who went wide coming to the first chicane. He was a gentleman. He didn't come onto the track with full force and try to defend his position. So that gave us another position, but the cars ahead, a McLaren and a Porsche, I guess, is very, very close to us. So I'm trying to fight the car over here, pushing it, throwing it in the corners so that we could get close as soon as possible. Remember guys, I was at 3rd position, got spun on the first chicane or first turns, and went all the way back to the 13th, and now it's all about getting back to the podium, and let's see where do we finish. Oh my god, that McLaren totally misses the last turn and got spun and went wide, and luckily he did not crash into the wall, and I was like literally looking at the car while trying to pass it, like where it will go, and I hope it doesn't come onto the track in reverse, and it did not, and we were able to clear that crash very safely, very professionally actually. So that was a good move by me. So 1 more position for us. Gave a little too much gas over there, went a little too wide on the corner. Because of that, the car had gained a little bit of time on us, but that's not a problem because we will catch up to him in just few minutes. Oh my god, this was a scary moment. 2 cars, Bentley and a Lambo, crashed over there right on the blind spot of the turn. I didn't see them over there at all. And luckily the Lambo was not completely on the driving line, and I saw it exactly at the right moment, went a little wide and cleared that crash very safely. Didn't even touch over here. On this lap, I was still faster than my previous best lap, even after that almost near miss from the Lambo. I was still like, I think 0.5 of a second faster on this lap. Someone again all the way in the front parked right over there. I do not know if it was a back marker or someone just quit the race over there, but if it was a free position. If it not, then it's good that a back marker is out of the grid and made our track a bit more safe. Now we are like almost 0.6 of a second behind the BMW front, but now that we are so close, we can fight for this position. Let's see, let's try to put some pressure on him, and I can see that he is in pressure over here and he's trying to get away as fast as possible. But let's see how do we overtake him, whether he crashes or we overtake him. There's a car right along side of us on the right coming out of the pits, and it spooked the guy in the BMW ahead. He took the shortcut and I braked right behind the back marker over here. The guy in the blue BMW ahead of us gained tons of time but because of his track cutting, he gets a drive to penalty over here, and because of that we're gonna gain one more position. I think at this point I was in top 5, and we were already way up ahead from all the way to the 13th or 14th, wherever we started after the crash, and we are already in the top 5, so podium should be around 7 to 8 seconds ahead of us. So let's see where we end up. So nothing much has happened so far in the last 2 laps. We are alone on the grid. I think we are in the top 5 at this point, and so in this time period I might talk something else. So I do know that I do not make a lot of videos. It's just because of the work, but I really am passionate about this sim racing. I've invested a lot of money and a lot of time into learning all the tracks, and I do race in leagues which I do not record because they are too stressful, and I just want to concentrate on the racing itself. And I think last league that I did was in the RCI GT3 series, in which I finished around 10th, I think, after messing up I think 2 to 3 races, which was a really good result for me for my I think second league race. And for the future, I have ordered a CSLDD with McLaren GT3 steering wheel, which I'm waiting should come in June, because at the moment it is on pre-orders. I can't wait for it to get, and I hope that in that period of time, in this month of May, I could make more videos and get more subscribers and increase my view count share, so that I could really feel that okay, this thing is working out, even if it's a super slow pace. And you know, just do it as a hobby. It is a hobby and I enjoy it a lot, and I want to share it with the rest of the world. And I know that I'm not one of the fastest drivers on the sim, but I'm really passionate about racing and I really enjoy it. And I'm no Jardier or Ricky Brosh Racing or Dave Cameron. These guys are legends, and I'm just a noob trying to have some fun. And if you do like to watch me racing and would like to support, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I hope you guys also would give me some ideas on how to make better videos, what more can I do, give me all sorts of different ideas and improve my racing and my video making quality as well. Almost pushed too hard over there and went into the wall over there. This is the last lap, and but luckily we had no damage. I was able to control the car and put it a little bit straight before we went into the wall, so our side got a little bit of damage, but it was literally insignificant at this point of the race. And the guy in the fourth, I was at third position, so we started at third, got spun, went back to 13th, gained a bunch of position. This is my third position, and the fourth position was like 20 seconds behind from now, so I was not having any worries whether I'm gonna lose this position or I'm gonna get into a battle or anything. So over here I'm just coming to the finish line where I'm gonna finish third after having such a messy start and a lot of incidents on the track by other drivers. I think all in all it has been a great race, getting a podium, starting at third, finishing at third, so it was a great race and I enjoyed it a lot. I hope to do more races, definitely getting into LFM and increasing my SR over there and trying to see how I can manage to do more endurance races, given the fact that I'm constantly busy with my work and I have a very different schedule, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the evening. It gets really hard for me to race. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed today's race, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.